Oi! So today we find ourselves down in Kelleher's Auto Centre where it's a Saturday. It's snowing in Ireland like you would not believe. We got many inches last night, many more than I can count. Look at this. It's almost like being back in Finland again. So what are we doing today? So today we are trying to get the 249 SX rolling. So we picked up a parts car the other day that had all the OEM bits that we needed, plus another rear subframe so that we can fit all the Japspeed arms. And we're about to do that now. We've fitted some front suspension components just now. We will fit the suspension later on once we've done a little bit of modification to the chassis. We have test fitted the rad and intercooler. We must take that back out again in a while so we can start getting more bits inside. So the subframe is grand, nice and standard subframe, nice and clean, no rust, which is lovely because the chassis is just perfectly brand new. We've solid subframe bushes in already, and we're about to go through all the various Japspeed arms here that the lads have sent over graciously. Look, I'm even wearing the same gloves and everything. So as I said, we have front components fitted, new wheel bearings in the front as well. We have steering rack fitted also. Greg, your phone is ringing! As I said, right now what we're going to do is we're going to lift up the rear subframe back up into the chassis that Stone Motorsport prepared for us, which is just fantastic. The paint is just beautiful. Almost shame to bring it down to Moose Design and wrap the whole car, but look, maybe we have a colour for next year. So we're going to lift that subframe up and then we're going to start attaching all of the Japspeed arms. The brand new seats, carbon fibre, beautiful custom with a bit of colour on them. Seats from Corbeau haven't arrived yet. They're waiting for me to send over some measurements for brake lines, because they also do Corbeau custom brake lines actually, which is really quite cool. They make them in-house. And of course then we'll get to the engine later on. A couple of things we need to freshen up and change over as well on the SR20. 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 It was always going to be SR20. SR20 for life. Until somebody gives me a bigger engine. So the aim for the SR20 is a maximum of 400 wheel horsepower. There's no more need for anything in IDC with the tracks that we run. There just is not. With the traction we're going to get out of this with the Japspeed suspension components, there's just no way we're going to need more. There really isn't. And we're going to prove that this year. Two cars running, one almost 340 wheel horsepower and one running 400 wheel horsepower on 95 octane with the correct tires and the right setup, and most importantly the correct crew. So let's get plowing on. I don't do anything mechanical, so I'm going to watch Greg while he does it, and let's get it. Let's get this bitch rolling. Right, so progress update. Oh, nearly died. We now have almost a complete rear end set up. We're using all Japspeed arms and also coilovers provided by Japspeed as well. The magnificent 180SX over there, that car gripped so incredibly well and drove so incredibly well. What we're doing with this entire chassis is we are like for like bolting on the exact same parts as we ran over there. So complete Japspeed rear end, standard lower arms, and the only thing that we're changing really is we're running things like solid subframe bushings, we're running solid diff bushings also provided by Japspeed, and generally just kind of tightening the chassis just a little bit more. Obviously the coilovers are brand new, which in the other car they were not. They were very, very, very old, and probably I think one of them was actually leaking a small bit. So we are done for the day. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, it's just... it's so cool. We have a couple of really cool things going inside. As I said before, earlier on in the video, we're going to be placing in the seats at the moment, just with the bracketry from the 180. And then we're going to go at our cover for the roof. And I don't know if anybody's guessed what the cover is yet. Have you? Well, if you haven't, stick down some comments below, because it's really quite cool. All we have to do is not mess it up. But look at that color. The color of the paint is just amazing. So we've also just had a really quick phone call with Alex from DTA Fast. who supplied us with the ECU and the dash that's going into this, the DigiDash that's going into this also, which will be mounted on the steering column, nice and flush, so we'll be able to see all the telemetry that we need. They're also supplying us with a lot of these connectors from the ECU to the wiring harness that we're going to be creating ourselves. So that should be really cool. So we had a great little conversation there, talking a little bit of tactics around how we do what and the best way of us approaching these things with the time that we've got left. So a care package should be arriving next week from those guys. And again, thank you so much. So everything else is in. So proud with how this is coming together so far. So next time we'll catch you, we'll get the car fully rolling, and we might have this roof done, whatever it might be. I don't know. What do you think it is? Have I some snot? Am I okay? Okay. Next video. Oi!